You can see it on Car Chat TV. Get yourself subscribed. I could do with all the followers. All right, okay. Cheers, mate. What a lovely man. Welcome back to Car Chat TV. My name's Oliver, and in today's episode, I want to tell you why you should be looking at a Nissan X-Trail, possibly over the Nissan Qashqai. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a review of the car as well, so let's get into it. One main reason is that it's bigger. The X-Trail is bigger than the Qashqai. You've got more head space, you've got more knee space all around the cabin. Much better for your passengers as well, and you've got the seats that slide forward and back, and that is super handy. And again, you've got a choice of a 5-seater or a 7-seater. This is the 7-seater, and I'll show you that today. It's about £1,000 difference from the 5-seater to the 7-seater. And I just think if you're going for a Qashqai, you haven't got that option. But if you go for the X-Trail, you've got that 7-seater option, which will be handy when you need it. So for reference, this is the Nissan X-Trail 2023. It's the 1.5 mild hybrid. You're looking at 161 brake horsepower, 300 Newton meters of torque, and a 0 to 62 miles per hour in 9.4 seconds. I do love the styling and the new Nissan badge. And this is ceramic grey. It's a £575 option, and I just think with this grey it works really well and just looks a little bit better and more beefy than a Qashqai. Hey, I love Qashqais, don't get me wrong, but I just think it's good to be different. This is the N connector trim level, and it is definitely the one I would suggest to recommend to go for. If you go to first trim level, it's very basic. You don't even get an infotainment. You just get an old school radio, and this is definitely not the Stone Age. You want an infotainment, but then you don't need to spend the money from the Tecna and the Tecna Plus. So let me show you what you get in the N connector trim level. You get a larger infotainment here. Larger digital dash, 12.3 inches. Wireless phone charger, very handy, and it lights up here when it's on charge. 18-inch wheels. Privacy glass on the back. 360-degree cameras. You also get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. 6 speakers. Keyless entry. I love keyless entry. Front and rear parking sensors. And roof rails. This is a 1.5 petrol engine, mild hybrid Nissan X-Trail. So it does about 0 to 62 in 9.4 seconds or 9.8 seconds, one of those. But it doesn't feel slow at all. And it definitely, when you put your foot down, gets you out of the junctions. I was overtaking people on the motorway with ease. It wasn't a deal at all. And sometimes you think, oh, it's only a 1.5 engine, it's a big SUV, it's not going to be too quick. But that's just not the case, and as soon as you have a test drive in one of these cars, you'll see it works really well. It's a CVT transmission, so sometimes when you put your foot down, there's a bit of a delay before it picks up, but it is super smooth on the changes. If you don't know how the CVT transmission works, Google it, it's interesting. It's I think it's continuous variable transmission, so it's not actually gear changes as such, but it works really well. It's very quiet. It is super quiet, and on the way down, on road trips I've taken whilst having this X-Trail, I've had no music on, and it has just been a really quiet space, a really chilled space, married with, you know, that CVT transmission that's quiet. You only hear the changes if you really listen and look for it, but other than that, this is exactly what you want. A 7-seater that isn't going to cause you any ag, super light steering, easy to maneuver, and you just forget you are in a large SUV. And that's not me, you know, trying to sell the car. Just genuinely, you just forget you're driving in the car, unless you actually like turn your head and look back, which is pretty dangerous, and go, oh, actually it's pretty vast back there. But other than that, it doesn't feel so big on the roads, and I love that. And I think that's another great reason why you should seriously consider getting the X-Trail over the Qashqai. Cool feature that Nissan do is the doors open 90 degrees. That is so easy getting in and getting out. And these are the seats that I was telling you about. So these actually slide, so you can make more space for your rear 7 seats back there. So I haven't put them up yet. I'll put them up in a minute. But look, oh, I've still got really good knee room. Okay, I lied. But they recline too. This is how they recline. You have a little pull here, material pulley thing, and literally pull it out, and that moves forward. Leave it out, all right, and then locks it in. Very simple, very different. I think Nissan are sandbagging with the MPG on this car, because I looked at the stats from what Nissan sent me and they said 39.8 MPG, and I was averaging, when I stopped at Folkestone after a 3-hour trip, doing 46 MPG. So that's a lot more. And because you always think, okay, petrol, how many miles to the gallon? With an SUV, you want to try and save your pennies a bit, don't you? But I think that's really good. And if anyone does actually own an xtrail, let me know what MPG you've been getting down below in the comments. Just for reference, I'm here in the back. This is my driving position. I have got the rear bench, which splits in a 2 and a 1, slid all the way back, so it probably wouldn't be too comfortable for 6 and 7 seaters in the back. But my knee room is really good. This comes down as well. Another little toggle. Nissan, you love using these little toggles, don't you? Put your finger in there, yankety yank. And it comes down. You've got a little place where you can just stick your phone. It's pretty handy. Probably can't watch much on it, doesn't really lean. You might have to have another little device. Oh no, there you go, look, that actually fits in there. The headrest that comes out, you can actually, hang on 1 minute, there we go. You could actually put something in there that would work in the headrest. Yes, look at that. Oh, that actually works. That's a Oliver's tip of the day. Anyway, cup holders. Should I get in the back? I should get in the back. Okay, I'm in the back for you, and these 6th and 7th seat aren't the biggest that I've sat in, and I've had to move the front passenger seat really far forward. This isn't all the way back, and when I lean back a bit, I'm 5'11", I can feel my head starting to touch the roof. So I reckon you probably wouldn't put adults back here, but if your family is growing and then your kids' mates are coming around to your house, I would put your kids' mates in the back seats. That's where I see the 7th seats working. But very handy. I think, like I said earlier, the 5-seater version compared to the 7-seater version is about £1,000 difference. So a little bit claustrophobic in the back, and there's not really any USBs either, just kind of a cup holder and a little cavity to put your coins or whatever 7-seater people do in the back. Overall, I mean, a lot of 7-seaters sometimes are kind of cramped anyway. You have some, you know, the Discovery is a bit of a bigger 7-seater, same as a Q7. This xtrail is a little bit smaller, but I think it's just an option. I think you'd be using these 7 seats not all the time, just when you need to, and just to have that handy option every now and again. Another little thing I want to talk to you about on the xtrail, you've got the D mode, which is drive mode. You flick that up and you can go through your drive modes there. Sport, acceleration is a little bit more responsive. You've got standard, which is a balance between the two of the eco and sport. I've just been driving it in eco, if I'm being honest with you. I don't need to go too fast on this 7-seater SUV, and I just want to try and maximize my miles to the gallon. And this is just another interesting point, as I might as well go here. Every time I'm driving this car, no matter how short, it's going above the 40s, going above the 40s in MPG, which is just great. And while I'm here, the camera quality is just brilliant. And when you press camera again to change it, the only thing I haven't figured out how to do is get the right wheel up, because I can only get the left wheel up. So it's great if I'm pulling it into a lay-by on the left side, not so much on the right side. As you press camera to rotate through, I can't seem to get it up. I don't know if it's got a camera over the right wheel, but I thought I'd share, and if anyone knows, let me know in the comments how you do it. On another note, to do with the space in the xtrail, you've got 585 litres, which is great. Obviously knock down the seats even further, because those rear seats recline as well, and slide them all the way forwards, and you have a lot of space. And you might not need it at the time now, and you might be thinking, I'm going to go for the Qashqai, because a lot of people are buying the Qashqai. It's one of the top selling vehicles. I think the most selling vehicle in 2022 was the Nissan Qashqai. So you might be saying, yeah, I'm going to get the Qashqai. But the xtrail will make you different. That's another great reason. So in your village or town or wherever it is where you live, you're seeing all these beautiful different colors of Qashqai, and you're thinking, do I really want to get a Qashqai as well? Do I want to be part of the crowd? No, be different. Go for the xtrail. They're both made on the exact same platform, which is the CMC platform. So the car handles the same. It's super light and easy to maneuver. If you're thinking, oh, it's bigger, it's going to be so much more clumsy and louder and not as comfortable, you'd be wrong. Because they're on the same platform, they both get the same attributes. And this car, the xtrail, I've actually been really enjoying it. I wasn't sure if it was going to be big and crude and hard to handle on the roads, but actually it's really easy. And that's one thing I love about the xtrail. It's super easy to use, it's very comfortable, and it's really quiet as well. I took this on a 3-hour journey to Folkestone because I was going over to France, and it was just the comfiest ride. The suspension was great. I mean, on the A roads and on the motorways, it wasn't a problem at all. And you do feel some of the bumps when you're hitting the B roads, but then again, in the UK, what car isn't going to feel the horrible UK potholes and bumps? The seats were comfortable. I mean, they're not leather. That's one of my gripes. I do like leather seats in the car, but overall, really great car, super comfortable, easy, steering's nice and light, and just a really ultimate cruiser, really, if that's what you're looking for. Here is the boot space, 585 litres, and the seats move up with just a pull of the switch or the toggle, like that. As you can see, you can get in and out, and there's a little cup at the back, not much else, but to put them down, just up and push. There are 5 trim levels for the Nissan xtrail. You've got the Vizia, the Ascenta Premium, the N connector, which this is, the Tecna, and the Tecna Plus. Now, I told you all what you get with the N connector. The only weird thing is there's no heated seats, which I thought you probably would get in the N connector. You've got nice such soft touch materials up here and contrasting stitching. I'm not a big fan of this, but I like how they've made a bit of effort. And again, soft touch leatherette on the door trims, scratchy plastic down below. This is probably a better viewpoint because it's quite sunny today. Not sure about the brown, but it is comfy to the touch and soft. Well, that's a bit old school for me, but you know, it works. You can see they've made effort here. And this one is 37k. Obviously you can get the e-power and the e-force power version, which is a 4-wheel drive, which is a little bit more expensive, but I don't think you need to do that. I think this is a great level to go in at. Okay, let's talk about some competition. Yes, the Nissan Qashqai is cheaper and it might be more affordable as well. I just wanted to showcase a different option from the xtrail that could be great for you if you love the Qashqai anyway, because they're on the same platform, it's bigger, it's going to be better for your family on the long term. But if you want another 7-seater, even if you go to the Santa Fe, that starts at 42k. Even if you look at then the Kia Sorento, another 7-seater, that's like 47k. The Skoda Kodiaq is 36k. What 7-seater car would you get around this price point? I want to know. Put them in the comments. Normally we get a lot of great comments that help out other people as well, and just give them another option to what to look for when buying or leasing another car. So let me know what other 7-seaters would be a good option rather than an xtrail. With regards to the infotainment, I haven't had a problem with it. It's pretty responsive. I've used the sat nav, it's worked, and temperature controls are separate. These buttons are great, so you don't have to mess around going through the touch screen. They're big and they're chunky and they work, and it's just nice. You know, I haven't done anything too crazy, just don't change what works. It looks great. And also, we said about this earlier, but this is a wireless phone charger that comes on orange when you're charging your phone. I will show you right now, but please do not judge me, for I have, it's taken a while, I have a flip phone. Yep, it's a dad phone, but let's see it come on. There you go. Now you can see. I know I need to upgrade my phone. Get off my back. One of my favorite features, I have to say, is basic. One of my favorite features about this xtrail is I never have to take the keys out of my pocket. And when I want to lock the car, these 3 bars here, just put my hand on it and it locks. I know other cars do that, but it's been great. So that has been my review and reasons why you should be looking at a Nissan X-Trail over a Qashqai. Like I said, the Qashqai is a great car, super affordable, but I just wanted to highlight some points that, because they're both on the same platform, because this car is so easy to drive. I know it might look big on the outside, but you jump in, it's really easy to drive, great to park as well. The cameras are brilliant on this N connector trim, and I just wanted to show it could be another option to you. If you like the video, throw me a like, get yourself subbed to Car Chat TV. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what car you would rather over the Nissan X-Trail, or maybe you're thinking of test driving a Nissan X-Trail. In that case, I would love to know what you think of the car. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next one.